What's up everyone? My name's Brenner. This is my channel, Mr. Liquor Sipper, and today we're going to be going over a special brand that I've been seeing over in a lot of places, a lot of forums, Facebook, Instagram. We're going to be talking about Early Times. Is it good? Is Early Times worth your time? Stay tuned to find out. Early Times. Alright man, this right here has an origin story that will definitely make the X-Men Origins cry, because I mean how in depth this is and where it comes from is it's actually really cool. So that is how we're gonna kick this off today, because there is so much to unpack. So let's get started. Grandpa Jimmy is gonna tell the story. Early Times was created by John Henry Jack Beam, son of David Beam, Jim Beam's brother. Jack left his father's distillery in 1860 at the age of 21 years old. He built his own distillery near Bardstown, Kentucky, and started distilling Early Times there. After later on, and he had passed away around 1915 at the age of 75, and up and upon his passing, they kind of stopped and ceased operations. Now the Early Times brand and stock of aging barrels, though notably not the distillery, were eventually acquired by Owsley Brown, owner of the Brown-Forman, in 1923. In 1945, Brown-Forman launched Early Times Bottled in Bond, which sold so well it eventually became the most popular bourbon in America in 1953. The most popular. When Brown-Forman constructed a new distillery located in Chivley, Kentucky in 1955, the distillery was originally named after Early Times before it became Brown-Forman Distillery. Now, unfortunately, during the difficult times endured by the industry in the 1970s and 1980s, the Early Times brand changed from bourbon to blended whiskey, leaving the Bottled in Bond label behind. Early Times Old Style Kentucky Whiskey was born, which was a blend of straight bourbon and light whiskey. According to the company website, DSP number 354, where Early Times is made, is the longest continually operating distillery under the same ownership in Kentucky. The Early Times brand itself is one of the longest running labels in bourbon. Now, celebration is 160 years according to the company press release. So Early Times Bottled in Bond was re-released as a limited edition in July 2017 to limited markets. Since then, distribution has expanded to include additional markets across the United States, which currently includes Arizona, Colorado, Georgia, Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Michigan, North Carolina, Ohio, Oregon, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, and Washington. Distribution is slowly expanding to the rest of the United States. Just so everyone knows out there, everyone's gonna get some. Now, in order to be labeled Bottled in Bond, the whiskey must be the product of one distillation season and one distiller at a single distillery, aged a federally bonded warehouse under U.S. government supervision for at least 4 years. Now, it must be bottled at exactly 100 proof. Additionally, the Bottled in Bond label must clearly identify the distillery, where it was distilled and where it was bottled. So now that we got that cool guy stuff out of the way, so you guys got a little bit of the history behind it. So as it was just noted, this sucker right here has to be aged 4 years at least. Okay, so this is a 4-year bottle. The mash bill consists of approximately 79% corn, 11% rye, and 10% malted barley. So I bought this for roughly 25 bucks, and pretty much across the board, that's what you're looking at, $25. Is it worth that $25? We're gonna find out. This currently only comes in a 1 liter bottle. So I think they normally have like a 750 milliliter, but in this case, this is the only thing that they're offering at this time. So this is also classified as a straight bourbon, and the company is obviously from early times, but also comes from distillery Brown-Forman Distillery, as was just noted in the history lesson. This release is ongoing, and again, as noted in the history, which just about everything was, it's 100 proof, which absolutely must be 100 proof, since this is a quote-unquote bottled in bond. Sounds like a sex thing. Like they Kama Sutra'd this or something. I don't know. Without further ado, we're gonna pour this glass and we're gonna do the sniff test, and then we're gonna taste it and we're gonna say if it's really that good. So here we go. I'm cracking this thing open, and it's always a little something every single time. These bottles are so damn special. So special. Okay. Alright. 100 proof bottled in bond. Orgy style in a bottle. I'll go pay. As always, nosing for newbies! That's right, it's that time again. My favorite part of the game show, my favorite part of the channel, my favorite part of all of this is just sniffing the cotton picking bojangles out of this thing. Alright, so this smells very interesting to me. It smells almost like the hotel room after Kim Kardashian and Ray J had a little, you know. Smells like Mark Ruffalo's Hulk pants after Thor just took a giant lightning thundering dump into those things. It smells like, no, this one's it. No, for sure this one's it right here. Definitely smells like Grandma's banana bread. Wait, Grandma's banana bread shop. Grandma's banana bread shop after it went out of business because she never paid her taxes. I get a small hint of Gene Simmons' tongue and old Jazzercise pants. Now for the real snifferoo. So after all those times smelling this, I really get a strong odor. I really get a strong smell of honey and maybe some like diced orange peel. Not the whole orange, just the peel portion. Like many others, there's some definite caramel, but this has like a light, sweet smell to it for me. It's almost slightly refreshing to get a little whiff. Now, it's always really important that you guys, when you're doing this little snifferoo test, that you don't hyperventilate and pass out, because what's the point of that? And you can't even taste it. Don't forget, this is your world. This is your world. However you want to drink, it's your priority. It's your mom. It's however you want to hate her. It's your parents. You can not like them and disown them if you want. It's your bottle. You don't have to buy it, because it might suck. And off to the palate. Okay, there's definitely, the orange kind of goes away, but the citrus stays. There's definitely some candied corn. The caramel is in there. So for those of you that don't know what an old fashioned is, I will be doing a future video of something like that. But for those of you that do know, this is definitely one of those that I would utilize for that, because it does have that hint of citrus and has that slight orange in it. It tastes relatively decent for something that's, you know, $25. There's obviously other stuff that's out there that is potentially better than this, Honestly, I could say that this actually tastes better to me than, what was it? I don't have it up here, but it's probably somewhere up here, the Buffalo Trace. To me, it tastes better than the Buffalo Trace does, which is odd. And it's definitely smooth. The finish has the vanilla, it has some sugar, but it has a good mix of spice. It's overall, for people that are more on the sweeter palate side, but there is not a heavy burn on this. So if this is your first time visiting my channel, please take the time to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit that bell. That way you know every single time if I come out with a new video, which will be twice a week, every week, until the day I die, probably. All right, guys, thanks for your company. Thanks for your support. Thanks for watching. And until next time, as always, keep sipping.